everyone. A very warm good evening to one and all present over here. I am back with a wonderful session of Ace IELTS where, as usual, I am evaluating your responses to let you know or let you make you aware of the mistakes that you usually do or come up in IELTS examination. Okay? Very good evening, Kirti. Very good evening, Sharda. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. Okay? So, yes, I am back. Come on, be quick. Let's fill the chat box with your attendances. Now, come on, be quick. Come into the session so that I get to know that you guys are really very excited for the session. Now, come on, be quick. Let me know that you have been eagerly waiting for the session to start. Okay? Great. So today I am again here with one of the... Good evening, ma'am. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Yes, very good evening. Thank you so much, Sayesh. Yes, I am having a beautiful day. I hope you are having it too. Okay? Great. So I'm here back with the wonderful session on speaking. So again, I'll be evaluating a speaking session. Very good evening, Rahul. Welcome back in the session. Okay, so now let's understand what are the topics that we are going to cover today. So today I will not take much of your times and I'll start evaluating the responses of the students. Okay, very good evening, Sumit. Okay, so initially I'm going to start off. Very good evening, Arya. Okay, so initially I'll be starting up with the evaluation. Moreover, I'll be going forward with areas of improvement and also final response and topic specific vocab. Now this, ma'am, today are looking very changed. Changed as in, shall I take it as a compliment? Yeah, I've tied my hair today. Ma'am, you appear especially elegant today. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Okay. Now, so hairstyle, yes, I have changed my hairstyle. It was becoming very monotonous, you know, everyday open hair. So I just thought to have a bun today. Okay. Now, let's get back to the IELTS topic apart from my hairstyle discussion. Okay. Now, listen to me carefully. So, I have kept topic specific vocab too for all those students who are actually having, you know, question based on, ma'am, how to improve the vocabulary. So that, you know, I have kept a topic specific vocab so that I'll be able to help you in order to know what kind of topic specific vocab you need to take care of. Okay. Ma'am, you're looking very elegant in this new hairstyle. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your compliments. I'm really blessed. Thanks a lot. Okay. So, these are the topics that I'll be covering. Okay. Now, let's have a quick look at the question. And as I have already told you that yesterday, I have told you how you're going to mark your question, or you can say how you're going to plan your question. Okay. Now, again, when I say plan the question, yesterday, if you have seen my yesterday's session, I have told you how you're going to plan up the question. When I say plan, because we are dealing with the speaking task 2, I have already told you that you're going to get 1 minute in order to plan up your answer, and then you have to speak for the topic for around 2 minutes. Okay, so take 2 minutes. There might be possibility you might have to speak for 3 minutes as well. So that totally depends on the situation. But yes, majorly on a mandate portion, you have to go for 2 minutes. Okay. Yes, I remember yesterday's session. Great. I'm glad that you remember and I'm glad that you've attended it. Now, okay. So, describe a beautiful object that you own and love. So, today's question deals with describing an object that you own and you love owning it. Okay. You should say, as I have already told you, if you paid attention, then this is a cue card question. Okay, basically a cue card question comes up with the theme question, okay, or the main question followed up by the various kind of other questions. Got it? Fine. Now, what the object is, which is the object that you love owning, okay. Next, how you got it, what it looks like, and explain why it is important to you. If you would have remembered, then I have told you that your response now, your response needs to be in sequence. Remember, I'm repeating it again. Make sure the response that you provide is in proper sequence, and you should not get distracted from the question while answering, because many a time it happens that whenever students speak or whenever the candidate is speaking in front of the examiner, and they might end up getting distracted from the question, and they might end up saying something which is not relevant to the question, right? So you have to be very particular while taking in consideration the question, and stay to the question and mark my one word carefully: describe a beautiful object. Now here I'm talking about this singular object. Don't start defining the multiple objects or multiple things you own and you have it, right? So be very precise on the question, okay? Now let's have a quick look at the evaluation answer so that I'll let you know what all sorts of things are there that needs to be improved, okay? Now, just allow me a minute. Okay, so here is an answer. I'm so sorry, I forgot to add an audio over here. Okay, so you can just have a look at the transcript today. Okay, now I have many objects that are close to my heart and my favorites, such as my mobile or the painting hanging in my room. But here I would like to describe a piece of jewelry that is amazing and I love to wear it most of the time. It is a necklace made with white pearls, which was gifted to me by my grandmother. It is age-old jewelry but has not lost its shine and beauty yet. It is designed well to suit all modern fashion. I wear this necklace with my traditional suit salwar and sometimes with western dresses. I always get compliments because of my looks. Just because of this jewelry, this is the object I think is the most beautiful compared to whatever other things I have until now. I always keep it safe as it is very special to me. Even my friends borrow this jewelry sometimes because it's very beautiful and I always tell them to keep it very safe. Ma'am, can we use a survey as an example in IELTS writing task 2? Survey as an example in IELTS. You can use it. No doubt on that part. You can use survey as an example in writing task 2, but make sure one thing I would like I would like to tell you that be very precise on the survey. Like if you're mentioning that according to this survey, this percent of female or this percent of men, like they have been practicing this and this. So be very particular on the numerical value. Okay. Even if you're presenting that as a survey. Okay. Though it is not going to make any major difference because here you are only being tested on your language proficiency. Right. So though it's not going to make any difference, but still be a little bit, careful on that part so that you don't end up losing your bands, right? Okay, so here is the response, right? So basically in this entire response, first of all, this response is very short according to the type of task. Okay, got it? What is the second thing that I would like to tell you? Okay, before this, I would like to know that can anyone tell me what are the mistakes you can figure out from this kind of an answer? Come on, let me know what do you think can be the major mistake in this answer. Now I need comments, be quick. As I have already told you yesterday, I have told you n number of times what are the parameters we take in consideration whenever we are talking about the answer, and then to specially for the speaking answers, let me know if you have noticed any mistake over here in this answer. Come on. Yes, I'm not getting any comments. Be quick. I'm waiting. No one? Okay, never mind. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you over here is, as I've already told you n number of times, that there are basic parameters on which the candidate is being assessed. First of all, take care of the pronunciation of the words. First of all, let me tell you, I have many objects that are close to my heart and my favorites, such as my mobile or the painting hanging in my room. But here I would like to describe a piece of jewelry. It is pronounced as jewelry, not jewelry. Never ever call it jewelry. I know there are a lot of you who have been pronouncing it as a jewelry. It is not jewelry, it is jewelry. Similarly, it is not restaurant, it is restaurant. Got it? So there are basic words that you need to improve your pronunciation on. There are a lot of words that you have been mispronouncing so far. Okay? So be very precise on pronouncing it correct. Got it? Now, it is jewelry. Now, you might have noticed that the usage of jewelry has been very frequent in this entire answer. Here also we can have it. Also, here also we can have it. And again we have it here as well. And that's all. Right? Even though we can see it 3 to 4 times, but it's still your words. Now again, when I talk about using different vocabulary and enhanced vocabulary, I mean to say that change the word, don't repeat it. You might have noticed that I've told you n number of times, you don't have to repeat your words again and again. Got it? Why am I saying that? Because it is putting a major effect to your band score. Getting it? Now, let's have a quick look at the areas of improvement, or what all sorts of things we can improve in this particular answer to range it to a higher level of band. Okay? Now, let's talk about grammar and sentence structure. No doubt, the answer was very precise and definitely was matching the task achievement, or I can say it was totally into the question and it was totally revolving around the question without any kind of irrelevant idea or any kind of irrelevant statements. Okay? Now what? It is age-old jewelry but has not lost its shine and beauty yet. First of all, even if you're using age old, there has to be an article over here. Why? Because the age word is starting from A, which is a vowel. And before vowel, we usually put an. It's a rule. Okay? So, it is an age old jewelry but has not lost its shine and beauty yet. Now again, though this sentence is understandable in nature, but still we need to take care a lot more while framing the sentence. Now this not only affecting the grammatical range and accuracy, but it is also affecting the coherence and cohesion, right? Now let me tell you how it's going to look very precise and accurate and relevant to the question. It is an antique piece of jewelry. Instead of saying it an age-old jewelry, better replace it with antique. The meaning of antique is age-old. Whenever something which is very older or very precious, that when we call it as antique. Okay, so you can call it is an antique piece of jewelry but still retains its shines and beauty. What is the meaning of retains? Stores. Okay. Or you can say that it preserves. It's so far, even though that jewelry is very old, but still it it hasn't lost its shine yet. Okay, now I think is the most beautiful compared to whatever other things I have till now. Now this sentence is very basic. I know I have told you that be grounded while answering the question, but make sure don't be very basic, because if you're going to be very basic, again you're going to end up ranging at the band score of 5 to 5.5, and you're not going above that if you are going to use this kind of basic language or this kind of basic sentences. No doubt I asked you to be grounded and be very simple while explaining your responses, but at the same time I have told you that enhance your answers by using a good cohesive devices. Also, you need to be very precise on the usage of wide range of vocabulary. Got it? I cannot see any comments. Please let me know if you guys are getting it. Okay? Come on, I cannot see any hearts, I cannot see any comments over here so far. Let me know if you guys have understood it. If not, please ask me the question, I'll make you understand. Okay? Now, I believe it is the most beautiful object among everything I own. Okay, now here I believe it is the most beautiful object among everything I own. In fact, you can replace the term beautiful and you can add exquisite. Okay, always remember beautiful is a term. Now, beautiful is a term which is neutral in nature. Okay, what is the meaning of neutral? Beautiful is a word that we can use to define anything, be it as an object, be it a female, be it a male, be it a child. Irrespective of the thing or a person you are talking about, you can use the term beautiful. Now, it is not only confined to the female beauty or the feminine beauty. No, it is not like that. Beautiful is a neutral word that you can use with any other thing. When it comes to IELTS responses, make sure you use very precise words. Okay? When I say precise words, for example, I am explaining the beauty of the painting by saying that it is beautiful, and at the same time, I am defining the beauty of a feminine woman by saying that she is beautiful. Now tell me, you need to be very precise how you are going to differentiate the two. Definitely the painting and the women are not same, right? So you need to be precise on defining the beauty when you are talking about the different objects that you are going to define. Okay, so be very precise. Now when it comes to, I believe it is most beautiful object, always remember we have the words like gorgeous, stunning, eye-catching, jaw-dropping for the females, and for men we have charming, handsome, dashing, these kind of words. And for objects, it is antique, exquisite, okay, captivating. We have to use these words when we are talking about any non-living thing or objects that we come across. Okay, I have a question. What makes up IELTS band? I like what affects the most: vocabulary, fluency, or usage of words like simple words or complicated words? Okay, great question. Now, the fact is, when I talk about the different parameters, for example, we have fluency and coherence, okay, we have pronunciation, we have lexical resource, we have coherence and cohesion, and also we have task achievement that deals with the understanding of the question, right? Now, if I should say that I'm not going to focus on one parameter, all the parameters are equally important, and also all the pointers that I have told you so far plays equal role when I talk about IELTS band descriptors. Right? Now, if I'm going to say that to focus more on vocabulary, focus more on grammar, then it is going to be a biased advice to you. Okay, I don't want to be biased because it is not actually how it works. Okay, so if you're working on vocabulary, make sure you work on the sentence framing also. If you're working on sentence framing, make sure you work on the grammar also. If you're working on the grammar, make sure you work on the understanding of the question. So everything is interconnected, everything goes together. So there is no any kind of particular parameter that I should say that you need to work upon that. Okay, now come on, I hope I've made you clear. Let me know if you're clear on this part, or let me know if you need few more examples or few more explanation to that. Okay, now let's talk about vocabulary. Instead of repeating beautiful, now I've told you already, you could use synonym like exquisite, elegant, stunning to add a variety to it. Definitely. If you are describing the beauty of something, now beautiful is a word that we are going to encounter it in, like, you know, every day. You like every other day you like some or the other thing, maybe in terms of people, maybe in terms of objects. So this is a word that you should be very well aware of its synonyms, right? So make sure you have 4 to 5 synonyms, or because this is a very common word, so 4 to 5 is very less. Make sure you have at least 7 to 8 synonyms of the word beautiful, and you can bifurcate it depending upon whether you're talking about a person, whether you're talking about an object, or whether you're talking about an animal, or whatever it is, right? Now, traditional suit and salwar could be combined or rephrased for a better fluency. Now, no doubt, it is defining a proper attire, which is suit and salwar, which is traditional attire, no doubt on that part. But always remember, don't make it look like, again, this is a very basic level to say. You could have just used a traditional outfit. That's all. Use traditional outfit for the traditional. Don't, don't make it precise over here. Okay? Because if you're going to go with that, then you are going to encounter a lot of Hindi word which you need to avoid. So, in order to avoid this kind of description, make sure you use instead that you can use traditional outfits, traditional attire, okay, traditional robe, or whatever you want to say, and sometimes with western dresses. So what you can say is, I wear this necklace with both traditional outfits and sometimes with the western dress. Traditional outfit and western dresses. Here also it's been bifurcated into 2 kind of categories, right? So be very particular. I know it might seem like a lot, but no, it's not like that. It is a very grounded and it is very easy to understand. You just need to have a very good practice on that. Okay, now cohesion and coherence, the transition between ideas could be smoother. For example, when mentioning that friends borrowed the necklace, it might be better introduced with the phrase like in fact or interestingly to maintain the flow. Again here what I can see is what I can see is the transition of the idea is what obscure, giving an obscure, presentation. So you have to be very precise in that. Now, pronunciation and fluency. Ensure to pronounce each word clearly and maintain a natural pace. Try practicing with pauses between sentences to sound more fluent and confident. Okay. Now, when I say try speaking with pauses, I mean that when you take pause, when you speak, you end up avoiding. Now, pauses has a lot of benefits, Taking pause has a lot of benefit. It helps you avoid okay. Pauses taking pause in between helps you to avoid fillers. You know, there are a lot of people I know who have this tendency to use like okay, like this, you know, we have this tendency. So don't worry, you can eradicate this problem by just taking help of pause. So you avoid fillers, which makes the conversation very very captivating. Now, makes you sound confident. Definitely, when you take pause, it makes you sound more confident, and when you use fillers, it makes you sound like you are still thinking about something and you're not able to come up with the content that you are actually thinking about. Okay, now, improves fluency. Yes, it's gonna improve fluency, and also it gives time to think. When you take pause, and when you are active user of taking pause, you get time to think and contemplate whatever you have said so far, and also it gives time to the person sitting in front of you to ruminate on the fact that whatever you have said so far. Okay, now again, the meaning of contemplate and ruminate comes with thinking. Okay, the meaning of contemplate. Ma'am, will using filler reduces our bands? Yes, of course it's going to, because ultimately it's going to affect your fluency, right? So whenever there is the thing that is affecting the fluency and the flow of the idea and the flow of the response, definitely it's going to affect your bands. Okay, because it is one of the actual parameters what is being checked. Okay, now let's talk about the final response over here. I own several items that are dear to me. Okay, so it is a wonderful start. Again, I have told you, if you want to start, you can start up with an opening statement or a statement like this. Okay, now, such as my mobile phone or the painting adoring my room. Instead of just writing hanging in my room, you can write adoring my home. Okay, adoring my room. But today I want to talk about a piece of jewelry that holds a special place in my heart. It's a stunning necklace crafted from white pearls, a cherished gift from my grandmother. Despite being an antique, in spite of and despite, make sure. Despite being an antique, it has retained its luster and elegance over the years, seamlessly blending with contemporary fashion trends. I often pair this necklace with traditional outfits like salwar kameez and even occasionally with western attire. Okay, the compliments I receive when wearing it are endless and attribute them largely to this exquisite piece. To me, it stands out as the most beautiful possession I have. Ownership. Possession means ownership, surpassing anything else I own. I take great care to keep it safe because of its sentimental value. My friends are also captivated by its beauty and they sometimes borrow it, although I always remind them to handle it with the utmost care. Did you get it? So you have to be very particular on using the word. Now in this entire answer, you might have noticed then there is no particular word that has been repeated again and again, right? No repetition is here and no any kind of lack of transition of ideas you might see over here, right? So take care of it. Okay, now fine, let's talk about the topic specific vocab. Okay, now exquisite, extremely beautiful and delicate. Now these are the words that you can use to define jewelry. Okay, exquisite, ornate, lustrous. Lustrous is a word that defines shine. Okay, now intricate, antique, sentimental value and attachment. For this you need to add sentimental, cherished, priceless and treasured. So, whenever you're going to use the term for fashion and style, you are going to use the term versatile, elegant, sophisticated and chic. Got it? So, these are some of the topic specific vocab related to this topic. Okay, make sure you take a screenshot and definitely you can get access to this after the session gets over because it's a recorded one, so you can get access to it on YouTube, right? Now, so let's have a 2-minute summary. What is the main point that we learned today is make sure you Okay. So, yes, these are the pointers that you need to remember. Pronounce your words properly. Try not to use fillers. Try taking help of pauses to sound more natural and precise. And also plan your answers. Always, always, always plan your answers properly. And make sure that you are taking help of it very nicely and to sound confidently, definitely, too, and to sound more precise to the question. Okay, and yes, structure it, plan it again and again. I'm repeating it. Don't repeat, try not to repeat your words. It's not a mandate thing, because definitely if someone is not that fluent, then definitely they can't help but repeating the words, which is definitely not advisable. But still, I'll say that try not to repeat the words and have synonyms. Okay, like I have given you few synonyms over here. You can actually take up more synonyms for your help. You can take up any question, search for the topic specific vocab, and write all the vocabulary that you think might help you in that particular question. Okay, now, so homework from IELTS module. So what kind of homework shall I provide it to you? Now, so what you're going to do, listen to me carefully. What you're going to do is you're going to take up the question. Okay, you're going to take any type of cue card question, and then you are going to plan it. Okay, then you're going to plan your response very precisely. Also, you are going to take care of the that's all. This is the only two things you have to do. If you have done these two things, trust me, no one will stop you, or no one can stop you to ace good bands in your IELTS examination. Okay, so yes, and that answer is ranging from 6.5 to 7, but yes, because of the lack of content, yes, of course, and because of a bit lack of coherence, that students has restrained to get more than that. Okay, so make sure you learn from the mistakes, and make sure you try and improve yourself so that you can get good bands. Okay, so yes, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here and listening to me very patiently. Okay, thank you so much, and keep on practicing. All the very best for your IELTS examination. We'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye. And yes, very happy Independence Day to all of you. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.